There's Sameet Chavan and Imtiaz Qureshi. Let me start off with Sameet. Now, what are you preparing for?
Good morning. After seeing a strong rally from the levels of 85.50, 85.40, Nifty somewhere around 9,000 faced a strong resistance. If we look at the overall daily chart structure, we have been observing a formation of megaphone pattern. That megaphone pattern higher end was coming around 89.60 to 89.80 mark, and around 3 days we struggle around those levels of 89.60, 89.50. On Friday, we saw first sign of weakness. We witnessed a low top, lower bottom formation on hourly chart, and which eventually turned out to be a shooting star pattern on weekly chart. So these were some signs of weakness, the early signs of weakness, and now today we are seeing gap down opening. So going forward, we expect this weakness to continue. We don't expect major downside as such. First level would be around 87.50. And in case Nifty slides below that level, then the lower end of megaphone pattern, which is around 8600, 8620, would act as a very strong support. In next probably couple of weeks time, we expect Nifty to oscillate within a range of 350-400 point, wherein 9000 would act as a very strong resistance and lower side 8600, 8620 would act as a very strong support.
Right. The Nifty is slipping a little bit in pre-open, 87.74 right now. It was trading about 8800. Imtiaz Qureshi, what is your call? What are you seeing the Nifty doing today?
Very good morning. I'll just continue with the Sameet's statement that we have seen a very good rally from the level of 85.40 and Nifty gone back to 89.68. And right now it's time for the looking for the retracement. A few things which I would like to highlight. One was just two trading sessions before, RSI went into the overbought situation, which was already an alarming situation that market would tend to show some sort of a weakness and profit booking. Very importantly, what we need to understand today is that market definitely going to show a negative or gap down opening. This gap and the previously we were having a gap up opening, so that means exhaustion gap is going to create. And if at all by the end of the day, if this gap doesn't get filtered, then would it be a very big alarming for the situation what we're going to form. Maybe I would be looking 8750 on the Nifty spot and 8780 on the Nifty future on a closing basis. If at all the closing doesn't come below this, that means the rally has given a 50% of retracement. And I think so any opportunity for the 50% of the rally retracement would be a very good, you can say a very good retracement. And from there, if recovery comes, then definitely give a better result. But as of now, looking at the scenario what globally has been formed, I think so one need to be cautious on a higher level.
Right, okay. I just want to quickly tell our viewers a few things that we are seeing here, which is that on the 30th August, we had a high of 87.50, and then the next day, we had an opening of 87.51. And then on the 1st of September, we saw a low of 87.59. So there are these numbers which you are looking at, which could kind of become a support. And we might not see a slide all the way down to 87.30 that we're seeing. But there was a high of 87.28, and that's on the 9th of August, which is almost more than a month ago in terms of days, not trading sessions. But 87.28 is the high, and that kind of coincides with the third daily support based on the open, the high-low close of Friday. 87.74, that's where it appears to have settled down for the time being, and that is also close to the support level that we have. 88.07 was one of the supports that is broken. 87.74 is another one. All right, gentlemen, I see that you mostly have sells today, right? So let's start off with your take, Sameet. I mean, an equal balance between sells and buys. So could you give us your top picks?
Yes, we are recommending two sell candidates. First one would be LIC. If you look at the overall daily chart structure, the stock has been struggling around 590, 600 since last 3-4 days. Looking at the overall daily as well as weekly chart structure and the placement of RSI smoothened oscillator on daily chart, which is currently placed in extreme overbought territory. We expect a decent profit booking probably towards 568 in LIC. So that could be a very good shorting candidate. with a stop loss somewhere around 595, which is the recent high. Second short call would be on ITC. After a gradual upward momentum, we saw a decent profit booking during Friday's session. The stock managed to close below its 5-day moving average. So we expect this loss to extend in today's session as well. 252 would be our immediate target, and it can be shorted with a strict stop loss of 262.
What about you, Imtiaz? I see you have 2 sells and 1 buy.
Yes, I would be giving few sell call and 1 buy and making a mixed portfolio. First of all, I would like to give highlight on Bharatiya Infratel. We had seen a very big corrections, and last session we had seen a good pullback, and after that continuation of sell side. So this is the third extension on the downside. We're definitely going to break the recent bottom there, which was around 336, and see more extension to that. So 364 would be the stop loss, and going back to the target of 311. Next would be the banking sectors. Yes Bank, last session we have seen weakness coming in the Yes Bank, and Yes Bank has already given a negative indicator on the last Friday session. So one can initiate a short position with a stop loss of 1320 for the target of 1150. And the last would be JSW Energy, where I see that the mid caps counter are still on the limelight, and I think so there are the potential for the stocks to go higher. We have seen the first correction down. Right now it is a retracement of the corrections. So 76, 78 would be the strong support. Can keep a stop loss and looking for 92 rupees as a target.
Right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us, Sameet and Imtiaz.